Hello, ladies, and welcome back to It's Time for Tea. My name is Princess Nay, and this is my femininity journey that I decided to share with you. Before I get started, ladies, please follow me on Instagram at Call Me Princess Nay. You can also follow my business page at The Indigo Woman on Instagram, where you will be alerted when we release our clothing brand. And ladies, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can be aware of when I release more femininity content that is beneficial to your life and your level up journey. Okay, ladies, so now let's get started. So today, ladies, I wanted to discuss things you should never do during the dating stage and in a relationship. I take pride on being a classy woman to the point that I do not settle for society's standards by normalizing things that has kept women back from finding true love and settling for men who never seen you as a wife, but just a long-term roommate who will receive a pat on the back for just being loyal and in. I often see women settling for the roommate title because they enjoy affluent lifestyles more than titles, and that's fine. But I always find it funny when breakups happen and they feel entitled to things that are not theirs, let alone the time they invested into a man who never seen you as a wife. So today I want to discuss the importance of the 6 things that you should never settle for in the dating/relationships, let alone things you should not do. So for starters, ladies, number 1, I never would suggest you become emotionally tied to a man that is not your man, let alone an official relationship with you. The reason I'm so stern about this would be because plenty of women have either failed for potential or overlooked red flags, which has landed them in tough situations that they could have avoided. Now, when I say emotionally tied, I'm referring to women falling too quick in love, being open about your past relationships, thinking you can trust this man when he's probably creating a thought process in his head about you and how you've been treated in the past, and possibly this is how he would like to treat you because you have settled for it before. Now, the best way to dismiss an emotional tie would be by keeping everything neutral, by not daydreaming about men through the day. And when I say daydreaming, I mean thinking about a particular man all day, such as if he wants kids, what it's like to be his girlfriend, or even if his mother will like you. Those simple thoughts will keep you away from prioritizing your own life, which men can see who have grown boy in them, that you are desperate for his love and attention, and that he would like someone who can give him a bit of a chase versus someone who's just easy. Men like a challenge, and if you're not giving a man a challenge, he won't be that interested in you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't show interest in someone that you like, but I am saying to not become emotionally tied to a man who has not courted you, let alone confessed his love for you, by dating in the natural order versus doing things like going with the flow or being in relationships that have no titles. And ladies, if any of this is making sense, please drop below in the comment section things that you don't feel you should be doing in the dating stage, let alone in relationships. So number 2, allow a man to not use you. Now, a lot of women have fallen short by allowing a man to use them in many ways that is always beneficial to the man versus the woman. I have witnessed men who struggle with personal trauma or have financial problems who use women's bodies as a therapy session for lustful acts just to abandon the woman when he finally level up and become financially stable. This is why I tell you, ladies, to not be so quick to get on your back for these men, because a real man will see value in a woman he's dating and will respect the idea of waiting versus being in a rush for something you both aren't sure will be the right decision. Also, I am aware women range for all different ages on my channel, so I would also suggest never allowing a man to borrow your car, because a lot of men have took women cars and went and seen other women or did things that they just have no business doing. I would also suggest not funding a man's dreams, because as a feminine woman, you should not be trying to build a man up. A man has 2 feet and he can build himself up. I would also suggest never investing in a man's dreams, such as something that may not be beneficial for you both. When it comes to if you're not in an official relationship and things such like that, I think there's nothing wrong with encouraging a man and telling a man that he can do anything, but financially investing, if you're doing a big investment, I just am against all that. I would also say don't allow a man to use you for receiving gifts, if it's something for him or for his child or anything like that. I often see women bragging about spoiling men and why it should be okay to buy them expensive gifts. But in reality, making posts like that will alert grown boys that are used to women who are similar to their mothers, taking care of them, that you give off mother-like vibes, that you can be used in areas that would be beneficial to them. I often see women buying men expensive gifts, and then when it comes to the man buying the woman expensive gifts, he buys her something that's inexpensive, and then the woman is upset, but she continues to buy him more gifts, thinking that he would change his ways. But if he sees that you're giving him expensive gift, he doesn't feel the need to invest in you at all. Most men know with women, all they have to do is supply a woman with a little bit of conversation, penis, and maybe just a little bit of money here and there just to make it look good. But I want women on this channel to attract better versus settling for 50-50 men who are looking for mothers who cook and clean like their own mothers, but is okay with leaving them once they attract a woman of their dreams that is simply not okay with putting up with that grown boy behavior, which is another form of leaving the nest. That is why we often see women who are very simple making making it a point to marry extra fine men or very rich men because they do not lose their worth. And that is what women, no matter what you look like, should always understand the importance of not losing your worth when it comes to men. Number 3, never ever give a man money. One of the worst things I have seen is women giving men money in a sense that it will prove you're a ride or die chick and he'll be faithful to you based on what you have done for him. Ladies, it is 2022 and being a ride or die chick has played out beyond measures. No man who can work should be asking women for financial help, mainly in the beginning of the stages of a relationship, let alone the dating stage. I honestly think it's classless for a man to do that. But women have tapped into their 401k, savings, or work money to give men hundreds to thousands of dollars just to be cheated on in the long run with women who refuse to do any of those sorts of things. I mean, honestly, ladies, you should not be put in a position where you have to fund a man anywhere in the relationship. Number 4, no shacking up before marriage. I often see this is how women get caught up in those 50-50 relationships. Have you ever heard the phrase, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Well, that statement is very true due to people giving too much in a relationship when they're not sure if it will lead to marriage. Most men believe if they already have it all with the woman, they don't have to go that extra mile of commitment to prove to the woman that they love them and they're willing to invest in them. Due to the loyalty husbands have to give, that they're just not willing to give because they're not ready for that level of commitment. Men know what to do in relationships, but it's just some that just refuse to do it. Number 5, indulging in lustful acts for a man. Ladies, as a high-value woman, never appear weak to the flesh. That is beneath us and more prone to low-value women who don't have much to offer but their bodies. Doing anything such as watching sexual movies with men, indulging in sexual conversations, or being too sexual with your body online sends a message to low-value men that you are easy and not worth investing into, let alone being a wife. Mainly if you leave nothing for imagination or speak as a holy woman, but doing the complete opposite just to please a man in the bedroom. Last but not least, number 6, never allow a man to change your relationship with God. I am fully aware there are fine-looking men who are seen as good men in society eyes, but for marriage, not so much. I see some men say things such as marriage is only a piece of paper, but yet those type of men try to normalize fornication. The way my grandfather did things was that he made sure that he took care of his family and wife in all aspects, even in his death till today. His number one desire was to be a man of God and faithful to his family, and I respect that from my grandfather. It should make a man feel good to take care of his wife and his children, and that he is God sent, which will bring many blessings unto his life. I will also say be careful of those fake religious men who pretend to be a man of God, but using their faith to bed women, which is clearly a way that is using their faith a form of power that is not of God. If a man is trying to steer you away from your faith just to be with him, that normally is a toxic man who possibly do not have any good intentions to be a good husband or father. But ladies, let me ask you this. If a man cannot lead through God, how can he be trusted to enter your womb as a woman to create a baby that is supposedly produced by love? But that is all for today, ladies. Remain classy and beautiful. And don't forget to leave comments below of what you feel should not be done inside relationships, let alone the beginning of the dating stage. Mwah.